Time now for your forewarned weather with Cedric Haynes.
All right, let's talk about your temperatures out there. Well above freezing across most of the state. That includes both the valleys and even some of our mountain valleys as well. So if you're wondering, hey, you're waking up into some of our mountains, why are we not seeing snow below 8,000 feet? Well, look at these temperatures. We're in the mid to upper 30s here across a good portion of the Wasatch back with some mid 40s along the Wasatch front. So an atmospheric river typically brings in milder conditions, and sure enough, that's what we're seeing out there, and we've been seeing through the overnight hours. Now, notice we still are waking up to some valley rainfall out there along the I-15 corridor for our friends down towards Utah County, Provo, Lehigh, getting down towards Spanish Fork, but a lot of this is beginning to wane, at least for now. With that being said, we'll keep that chance of precipitation around throughout most of the day. It'll just take on a more showery form as we're going to lose the steady precipitation. Now, we still have some snow falling, but you got to get above about 8,000 feet or so in the mountains to see that occurring. As I mentioned, we've got this atmospheric river still aimed at northern Utah, so within this we'll see little ripples of waves of moisture moving our way, and that's what's going to keep the chance of some showery conditions in the forecast. Again, for the valleys, primarily rain. You get up into the higher elevations above about 8,000 feet. That's where you'll see that potential of some accumulating snow coming on down as we go throughout the day. But again, it will take on a more scattered form, unlike yesterday and last night, where we saw some decent steady rain in the valleys with some decent totals and even some decent mountain totals up towards above 8,000 feet. All right, futurecast showing us the activity this morning kind of wanes as we go throughout the next few hours. Here comes the cold front, though, by lunchtime, reigniting some of that activity. But again, notice it's going to be much more in a scattered form. But within that scattered form, you can see some pockets of heavier rainfall in the valleys and then some pockets of heavy mountain snow above 8,000 feet. After that, high pressure builds in. By the time we head into your Thursday, that will clear us out. Your Friday, we're looking at pretty much quiet conditions as well. And we stay quiet heading into the weekend, except for our storm system, which is still going to be out in the Pacific Ocean, but may start to send a little moisture inland as we head into your Saturday. But I think we stay dry during the day, but Sunday we could introduce a chance of more rain moving back into the area. All right, so through the rest of today, about a quarter to up to an inch of rainfall out there for our valley locations, which is pretty nice amount of moisture across the region. The northern mountains above about 8,000 feet, that's where we're looking at about 5 to 15 inches of snow all said and done. The foot to 15 inches is going to be more towards places like 9,000 feet or higher. But with that being said, because this is a heavy, dense snow, the avalanche danger will return here for us as we go throughout this afternoon and into the next couple of days. In fact, because we're going to see this heavy, dense snow on top of the powdery snow from last week, we're going to have some gusty winds moving in as well this afternoon, and we've had that melting going on the past couple of days with the warmer temperatures. All of that stuff, considering also the potential of some man-made effects, will all lead to that potential of a higher avalanche danger. So we want to warn you, and the reason for that, we've had quite a few of these situations that have occurred so far in the West that have led to some fatalities so far this season. So we just want to keep you updated. And again, we do have a new avalanche warning that's in effect for most of our northern mountains here, for the Wasatch Mountains and the Bear River Range here, for that potential, and that goes through Thursday. As far as future snow accumulation, the heaviest will be just to the east of our northern mountains here as you get up towards the Bear River Range. Brighton, Solitude over towards Alta, you could pick up another 4 to 8 inches of snow today, but the big winners, the western Uinta, seeing that snow piling up again today. As far as highs go, upper 50s in the valleys, will be in the 60s down towards the central sections of the state. Low to mid 70s for us as you get you towards St. George. All right, mid to upper 70s today, and then we're in the upper 70s to near 80 degrees by the end of the week, heading into the weekend with mainly dry conditions and very warm spring-like conditions. You know, the end of meteorological winter is this weekend as we get ready for meteorological spring, and it's going to feel like it. Upper 50s today along the Wasatch Front with scattered showers off and on. Drier Friday into Saturday before our next storm system arrives Sunday into Monday.